Screen is visible now.
No, sir.
Now I think visible. Okay. So now I'll go for a force convention. Sorry. So how the forces are going to be represented. Okay, that's what a convention. So now in this case, the forces are exerted by the members one over the others are represented based on their numbers. Okay, so based on their numbers. So whether one is going to exert force on 2 and 2 is going to exert force on 1. Okay, suppose if the member if a member is I and the member J is represented by Fij. Okay, so that is what. So the force exerted by the member I on the member J is represented as Fij. Okay, Fij, right? So now force exerted by the member I, okay, on the member J, okay, is represented as Fij. Right? Similarly, so the force exerted by the member J on the member I is represented as Fji. Okay. Now for equilibrium conditions, so these are sometimes equal. Okay. Suppose let us take a member here. Okay. Now it has two members, right? 2, 1. Okay. Now the force exerted by this member 1 on 2 is represented as F12. Okay. And similarly, the force exerted by force exerted by element 2 on 1 is represented as F21. Okay, F21. Clear? So the force exerted by the member I on the member J is represented as Fij. Similarly, the force exerted by the member J on the I is represented as Fji. Okay. Now, next coming to the free body diagrams. So what does it mean, free body diagrams? ಫ್ರೀ ಬಾಡಿ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು, ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ನೀವು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಿದಿರಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಂತ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಟೀರಿಯಲ್ಲು ಮತ್ತು ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಕ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಟೀರಿಯಲ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಅನ್ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರಿ, ಹೇಳ್ರಿ, ನೋ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. ಐಡಿಯಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಫ್ರೀ ಬಾಡಿ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅಂದರೆ? ನನ್ನ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡಬೇಕಪ್ಪ, ನಿಮ್ಮದು ಆನ್ಸರ್ ರೈಟ್ ಇರಲಿ ರಾಂಗ್ ಇರಲಿ ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ವರಿ ಮಾಡೋಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. Okay, I will go back to this SOM chapter. Now, have you recalled it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what I have done here, I have splitted the individual sections. Okay, then you applied the force on that section. Okay, so then you calculated either the net deformation or deformation of individual components, right? Clear? Now similarly, in mechanisms, a free body diagram is a sketch or a diagram. Okay, so a free body diagram is a sketch or a diagram, okay, of a part isolated from the mechanism, isolated from the mechanism, in order to determine the nature of forces acting on it. The nature of forces acting on it. I think you have done. So if it is subjected to the different forces here and here, you have gone for summing up and you have gone for final calculations of deformation or stresses in individual sections, right? You got a free body diagram is a sketch, okay, is a sketch or diagram of a part isolated. Isolate andre ಏನು? That has to be disassembled. That has to be disassembled from the mechanism. Okay, so individual parts force analysis. You can say in a simple words, individual parts force analysis. Okay. Now let us consider one example here. Let us consider one example. It is a 4-link mechanism. Okay, so let us analyze how the force representation is going to be done on the elements or the links, as well as the free body diagram of individual links. Okay. Now let us mark here. Okay, let us mark here. So now this is what a fixed element 1, this is crank 2, this is connecting rod 3, and this is what follower 4. Okay, let us name here. So this point is A, this point is B, this point is C, and this point is D, right? Now it is subjected to some input to torque here. Now it is subjected to some input to torque. Okay. Now, so first we will draw the free body diagram of every elements. Okay. So we will draw the free body diagram of every elements. Now let us draw free body diagram of link 2. Okay, free body diagram of link 2. Now this is what point A, this is point B. Okay, it is subjected to torque T. It is what? Link 2. Okay, so we have a fixed link 1 here. Right. Now this is what? Free body diagram of link 2. Now the force application. Okay, force application. Now this is what a element 2, or this is a link 2 on which now let us look out. Force due to link on 1 is going to act on this point. This is represented as force on link 2 because of 1. Okay, this is what? F12. Similarly, on this B point, force on link 2 because of link 3. Okay, what is the definition of a force convention? The force exerted by the member I, okay, on the member J is represented as Fij. Now, so member is 2 here, force exerted by this link 3 on 2 is represented as F32, right? This is what, let us go for big, this is figure B. Okay, so now we will draw the free body diagram of link 3 here. B, C, this is link 3. Okay. Now, force on link 3 because of link 2 is what? F23. Okay, F23. So let us consider this link is subjected to one more external force. This is what? F. Okay, this is what? F. Let it be, right? F23. Now similarly, force exerted on this link 3 because of this link 4 is what? F43. Okay, F43, right? Now this is what? Free body diagram of link 3. Free body diagram of link 3, right? Now let us go for link 4 here. Now just observe, now this is also subjected to one force here. Okay, this is also subjected to one force. This is what? F. Okay, now this is what the fixed link. Okay, you have one connection point. Let us go for this is point D. Okay, this point is C. Okay, now on this link 4, how many forces are you are going to get here? How many forces are you going to get? Now you are going to get a 3 forces here. You are going to get a 3 forces, right? F force is external force which is acting on the member 4. Okay, so you may know its direction, okay, as well as magnitude. Let us assume. Okay, now what are the total forces which are acting on link 4? Can someone give?
240.
2 or more?
2, sir.
Now let us look out here. The force which is going to exert on this point C, okay, is what?
F34.
F
34.
34, okay. The force which is going to exert on 1, that is what, on point D? It is of what?
F41, sir.
F14, okay, F14. Now how many forces are acting on this link 4? 3 forces, right? F is external force, F3 is a force exerted on member 4 because of this link 3. Similarly, F14 is a force exerted on link 4, okay, because of link 1, right? Now if you draw the line of action of forces for this link 4, okay, so they are going to get one point, that is what? Line of action, okay, that is what? Line of action, right? You got it? F14, F34, F, they are going to get line of action, okay, that is what? Point of concurrency. If you got a point of concurrency for the component, then only the member is under equilibrium state, otherwise it is not going to be get into equilibrium state. Clear? Now let us analyze the forces here. Let us analyze the forces, okay. Now let us assume initially the direction and the sense of some of the forces may not be known, okay. So you may not know what is the direction of forces which are acting on the particularly at the point of contact, okay, at the point of contact, okay. Now let us assume F force on the member 4 is known completely, okay. Now let us assume F is completely known, okay, its direction is also known, its magnitude is also known. Okay. Its direction is also known, its magnitude is also known, right? Now to know the other two forces acting on this member completely, the direction of one more forces must be known. Even ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಎಫ್ ಅಂದಾಗ ಗೊತ್ತೈತಿ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ಲಾಗಿ ಇದು ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ 4 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೌದಾ, ಇದ್ರದ್ದು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಗೊತ್ತದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಆ್ಯಂಗಲ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗತ್ತದ, ಇಷ್ಟು ಇದ್ರದ್ದು ಒಂದಿಷ್ಟು 20 ನ್ಯೂಟನೋ ಏನೋ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಹೌದಾ. ಬಟ್ ಈಗ ಅನ್ನೋನ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ F143, ಲೆಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಬಿ. Now as you want to get this member in equilibrium state, okay, now the point of concurrency has to be get, that is what? O, right, that is at O. Now to get this point of concurrency, you know the direction of one force, okay. Here you don't know the direction of these two forces, right. Now for this one, the direction of one more force must be known, okay. Direction of one more force must be known, okay. Now coming to the link 3 here, okay, coming to this link 3, this link 3 is already in equilibrium state, because the forces which are acting on this member are in a linear, okay, that means acting along the line BC, okay. So thus the directions are also in opposite. The directions are also in opposite. Okay, here it is also opposite. Right. Then also the force which is there on FB43 is in same line of BC, okay, which is going to act on the member 4 is what? F34. Okay. Then you know the direction. Then you know the direction of this F34, right? Now similarly, if you draw the lines here, so F14 passes through the intersection of F and F34. This has to pass us through the F and F34. Okay. Now by drawing a force diagram or a force triangle, and you know the F is completely known, magnitudes of F14, okay, magnitudes of F14. Magnitudes of F14, okay, and F34 are going to be calculated, right? Now if you draw the free body diagram, force vector diagram, let us look out here. Okay, now this is the force acting on the member 4. Okay, now let us draw the parallel line here. Okay, this is the force acting on the member 4 because of link 3, as you drawn this one parallel. Okay, now let us draw one more line. This is what? F14, right? F14. Now if you get the conditions of forces, okay, as the equilibrium of element 3, okay, element 3 and of element 2, okay. Now this is equal to what? F34 is equal to F43. Now this has to be equal to F23, okay, F23 here, okay, and this has to be equal to the F32. This has to be equal to F32. Now by this relation, now you can find out the what is the torque, okay, what is the torque which is going to exert on the crank link 2, on the crank link 2, okay. So now one thing here, how you are going to calculate the torque here? How you are going to calculate the torque here? Now you need to find out H here, okay. So this H is what? Exactly perpendicular to the force direction. So now torque can be calculated as F32 into H, okay, F32 into H, or this is equal to what? F12 into H, okay. So now by this way you can find out the forces on the members by drawing the free body diagrams, right? Now we have any doubts over it?
So what is H?
H. Now you need to find out torque. Torque hang calculation ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ. Now let us look at H here. Okay. So let us first clarify. Bending moment ಹೆಂಗೆ calculation ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ? It is what? Force into perpendicular distance. Correct? Okay. Now torque or twisting movement, this is what? Force into radial distance. This is important. Okay, this is what important. Now if you go back to the previous problem here. Okay, now about this point the link has to take a turn. ಹೌದಿಲ್ಲ? About this point it has to take a turn. ಯಾವ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಇಂದ ಟರ್ನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? ಈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಇಂದ ಟರ್ನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ? Then you need to find out the perpendicular distance here, right? H. Now H is not equal to AB, keep in mind. Okay, H is not equal to AB. Suppose if the link of BC and AB here are exactly perpendicular, that means at 90 degree, then you can go for H equal to AB. Then you can go for H equal to AB. Okay, so we just analyze here 1 or 2 minutes. I am just going to keep this slide as it is. Okay. Over. Shall we go for next topic? Shall we go for next topic? ಎಸ್ ಸರ್ ಅನ್ರಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಹುಡುಗರು ಏನಪ್ಪ ನೀವು ಸುಮ್ ಕೂಡ್ತೀರ ಬಸ್. Okay, next is superposition. Okay, what is the meaning of superposition or principle of superposition?
Effect of separate forces or individual forces.
Effect of separate forces or individual forces. Okay, after that one what we are going to do? After that one what we are going to do? Effect of separate forces individual forces ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಹೌದಾ? ಮಾಡಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ?
Sum.
Okay, you are going to make sum up. Okay, you are going to add or you are going to get a resultant force, right? Now similarly in mechanisms, after finding out the forces, okay, so because what happens, so the forces which are going to act on the systems, okay, so maybe sometimes more number of forces, not only one force. Okay, so for that reason, so you need to consider the effect of the individual loads. Okay, effect of individual loads taken at one time. Okay, taken at a one time. Okay, so now this is equal to what? The total net effect. The net effect. Okay, now look out the definition here. So this is what in linear systems. I'll write the definition. In a linear systems, if a number of loads act on a system of forces, the net effect, okay, the net effect is equal to the superposition of the effects of the individual loads taken at a time, taken one at a time. Okay. Next, a linear system is a one. Okay. A linear system is a one in which the output force is directly proportional to the input force. Directly proportional to the input force, right? That is up to what stage? When mechanisms of that means we need to neglect friction here. Okay. So, in mechanisms where Coulomb or dry friction is neglected, right? So, what is the superposition here? So, superposition is what? So, analysis of the forces. Okay. So, net effect is equal to the superposition of the effects of the individual loads taken one at a time. Okay. Taken one at a time. Okay. Now, we will go for graphical method of the earlier problem. Okay. Because you need to practice. Now, as you do not have analytical topic here to find out the forces, displacement as well as angular velocity. Okay. So, everything you need to find out based on the graphical method here. Okay. That is what graphical solution. Now, let us try to solve the problem which one is done in previous class. Okay. I will go for using a software here. I will go for using a software that is what AutoCAD. Okay. Now, you follow the same procedure in your papers also or in your drawing sheet, right. Now, let us look out. We will go for previous problem, graphical solution. Yeah, how many of you are familiar with AutoCAD? Use ಮಾಡಿದರ ಇಲ್ಲ AutoCAD diploma students?
Yes.
Okay, now this is a problem, right. So, equilibrium of 4 force members, right. Now, 25, 25, 30, 20. Now, this is what a 20 and here the angle is what exactly perpendicular, this distance is 25, right. Okay. Now, we just look out here. draw a line, okay. So draw a line which is of length 25 mm, okay. Now in this case, if you are not getting comfortable to draw the 25 mm, you just scale up to 2 times, okay. You just scale up to 2 times. So now for 25 mm is to be drawn as a 50 mm, right. Now here it is also what 20 mm is there, we will go for 40 mm. I think now you can easily draw 2 lines. Now as you gone for scaling up here, you are getting a double dimensions. Let it be, wait. Right? ಎಷ್ಟು ನೀವು ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡಬಹುದಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪೇಪರ್ಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ.
Sir, mm or centimeters?
It is mm, okay. All dimensions are mm, okay. Now this point is A. Now this point is D. This point is B. I think you can draw lines in your paper, okay. Now to get the point C, okay, to get the point C, now I will go for drawing the arc here, okay. So ನೀವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಕಂಪಾಸ್ ಇರ್ತದಲ್ಲ ತ್ರಿಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಆರ್ಕ್ ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, ಓಕೆ. Now this is what center point, okay. Better will to go for draw arc center point. Start and radius is there, center point is there, 3 point is there. Let it be. We'll go for drawing circle here. Sorry, error was reported. Let us try here in itself, okay. Okay, now you just observe here, okay. Now this is one line, okay. So now dimension is not possible here, write it. Now this is what another line. Right. Now you need to draw one circle here, okay. So from this is a center point, so normal ನೀವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ರಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆರ್ಕ್ ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ರಿ, ಓಕೆ. ಸೊ So now this dimension is what 20 mm, okay. This dimension is 25 mm, okay. Now you should draw an arc here. Okay, so considering, now this is what point A, this is point B. Okay, sorry, this point is B, and this point is D, right? Now taking B as a center point, so with the help of your compass, draw an arc here, right? Now radius of this arc is what? Equal to the length of BC link. This is what? Equal to 30 mm. Clear? Now similarly, considering point D as center point, okay, so now you draw an arc here, okay, so which has to be equal to radius equal to 25 mm, right? Now where you are getting intersection point, okay, mark this point as a C, mark this point as a C. Right? Mark this point as a C here. Right? Now you just join with the line here, okay, from right, this is one line, right? Clear? Now you got a C point, you got a link BC, you got a link DC here, okay. Next, to draw the forces, okay, to draw the forces, okay. Now what is F1 here? Oh, sorry. F1 here, it makes an inclination of 30 degree to horizontal line, okay, and amount is 200 Newton. Let us draw the direction first here. Let us draw the direction. Now take a compass, okay, so with reference to horizontal line, mark one point on downside which is equal to 30 degree, okay. Then from that point you just join line here, that is what A point, right. Now this will give the direction of force F1, force F1, right. Now you got F1 force direction. Now let us go for F2 here. F2, right. Now F2 direction is only given, F2 direction is only given, okay, so it is a 30 degree. Now just to draw one horizontal line here, right. So mark here angle as a 30 degree, okay. Now you show the direction here. This is what F2, this is what F2, right? Next, F4 is given, its direction is given, right? Direction is given as well as value is given. Okay. Now let us draw here. Now let us draw. Now again, you draw one horizontal line here. Okay, you can just extend and then mark here 30-degree line. This is what F4, right? This is what F4. Now F3 here, it is a unknown. Okay. So now here it is what? Unknown force, right? I think you got how to draw the diagram now. Idea banta ಹೆಂಗ್ draw ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂತ?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay. Now let us go for drawing the force diagrams. Okay. Let us go for drawing the force diagrams. Okay. Now you select suitable scale here. Let us go for 200 Newton is there. Okay. Now 40 Newton equal to 1 centimeter. 40 Newton equal to 1 centimeter. You took a scale, right? Now, so F1 force is completely known. Okay, F1 force is completely known. Let us put one point here. Okay, let us put one point here. Okay, from this point you just draw a line. Okay, now for 40 Newton you took a scale as 1 centimeter. Okay, now for 200 Newton, what is the scale? It is a 5 centimeter. Okay, you just draw one scale 5 centimeter. Now this is what force direction of F1. Okay, so what is the angle here? Now this is what a 30 degree. Okay, it is what a 30 degree, right? Now you have drawn F1. Okay, so next you need to draw F2 here. Now let us take this is a F1 end point as a starting point for a force F4. Okay, they have given it is of 30 degree inclination here. Okay, now from this you just draw force. This is what F1 already written. Okay, no problem. This is what F4. Now it is a 300 Newton. Okay, how much you are going to get? 7.5 centimeter. Okay, so now this length has to be how much? 7.5 centimeter. This has to be 5 centimeter. Okay, now from this point to this point you just draw here. Now from this point to this point you just draw here, right? What you got? You got the resultant force here. You got resultant force. Now you may get a different direction. So as you go on for drawing accordance with the scale. Okay. you will get different directions if you gone for drawing according to the scale. ನಮ್ದು ಇಲ್ಲದಕ್ಕೆ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ರಾಂಗ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಅಂದರೆ 7.5 mm ಗೆ ಲೆಂತ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಹೌದಾ, 5 mm ಗೆ ಲೆಂತ್ 5 ಸೆಂಟಿಮೀಟರ್ಗೆ ಲೆಂತ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ರಾಂಗ್. ಓಕೆ, ಅಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಸ್ಕೇಲ್ ನೀವು ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಇದು ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಬಬ್ಲಿ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ. You will get this type of diagrams. Okay, I think you got now F. I think you got F. Okay. Now next thing, okay, next thing, you just draw the extension of this line, okay, and extension of this line. Okay, you got a one point here, O dash. Now you got a resultant force F. Okay, so now based on resultant force F, okay, so you just measure the angle here, how much angle you are going to get with respect to horizontal line. Okay, on same angle, okay, on same angle you just draw one line here, parallel line. Okay, then you know the direction of F2, you are going to get intersection of here. This is what O dash. Okay, this is what O dash, right? Now F2 is unknown here. F2 is unknown. Correct? Direction gottada. Okay, but unknown. Okay. Now as you got O dash here, okay, to know the direction of F3 and to get the system in equilibrium condition, the three force line of action has to be on concurrency. Okay, on point of concurrency. Now you need to do from this point, okay, you just join the line here. Okay, you just join the line. So now this will give the direction of force F3. Direction of force F3. Okay, now you got a direction of both forces F2 and F3. Okay, F2 and F3. Now parallel to this line, okay, that is what O dash is C. Okay, from this point you just draw one parallel line with respect to O dash C, parallel to O dash C, this line. Okay, similarly parallel to this BO dash, draw one more line. Okay, from this point you draw one more line parallel to O dash B. Now you are going to get an intersection point here. You are going to get a one intersection point. So now this point is what? The point of meeting point of two forces. This is what F3 and F2, right? So you please carry out this graphical solution. Carry out this graphical solution. Okay, so because the next everything is on graphical solution. Okay, so you then ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ practice ಮಾಡ್ರಿ. So find out the answers. Okay,
F2 sorry, F3 and F2
ಹಾಂ ಮೆಜರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಿಲ್ಲ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇದು ಎಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಕೇಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಸಾರಿ ಅಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಕೇಲಿ ಮೆಜರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. F2 F3 ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಲೈನ್ ಬರ್ತದಲ್ಲ, ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಈ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಇಲ್ಲೇನು ಒಂದು ಇಂಟರ್ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಬರುತ್ತಾ, ಇದ್ರ F2 ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಗೊತ್ತದ ಹೌದಾ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿ ರಿಸಲ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಫೋರ್ಸಿಗೆ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನಿನಗೆ O1 ಡ್ಯಾಶ್, ಸರಿನಾ? F ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಇದನ್ನು ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡಿದ ಮೇಲೆ F ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ. Okay, you do one thing. So I'll just make a video on this graphical solution with actual scale, pencil and compass with on a drawing sheet. We'll upload in a YouTube. You just watch it carefully. Okay?
Okay.
Oh. How many of you present? ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ 22 ಜನ, ಈಗ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ 31 ಜನ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಬಂದು ಜಾಯ್ನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ. Okay, now we can leave the class.